Toxic people. We all come across them at some point. They drain your energy, create unnecessary drama, and try to pull you down. But Sigma males, they handle them differently. While most people react emotionally, Sigma males stay calm, strategic, and in control. In this video, we'll break down exactly how a Sigma male deals with toxic people and why it works every time. Stick around till the end, because the last point is a game changer. One of the most powerful tools a Sigma male uses against toxic people is silence. While most people feel the need to defend themselves, explain, or argue, a Sigma male does the opposite. He stays quiet. Why? Because toxic people thrive on reactions. They get energy from drama, manipulation, and control. When someone ignores them, it takes away their power. They expect arguments. They expect anger. But when a Sigma male responds with nothing but silence, they don't know how to handle it. Imagine a toxic coworker trying to provoke a Sigma male with insults. Instead of engaging, the Sigma male simply looks at them, remains calm, and walks away. No argument, no emotional reaction. This confuses the toxic person, making them feel powerless. And that's exactly why silence is a Sigma male's secret weapon. Sigma males don't let toxic people cross their boundaries. They know that once someone starts invading their space, manipulating their emotions, or draining their energy, it's time to take action. But instead of arguing or explaining, they simply set firm boundaries and enforce them without hesitation. A Sigma male doesn't entertain people who bring negativity into his life. If someone constantly tries to guilt trip him, play mind games, or disrespect his time, he distances himself. He doesn't owe anyone an explanation for protecting his peace. Here's the key difference. While most people feel guilty about setting boundaries, a Sigma male doesn't. He understands that self-respect comes first. If a toxic friend keeps pushing his limits, he won't argue. He will just cut them off. And that's what makes him untouchable. Toxic people love to play with your self-esteem. They make you question yourself, doubt your decisions, and feel like you're not good enough. They do this because they feed off insecurity. It gives them control. But Sigma males are immune to this. Why? Because they don't seek validation from anyone. They don't need approval to feel confident. They already know their worth. A Sigma male doesn't ask, "Am I good enough?" He tells himself, "I am enough." This mindset makes him completely resistant to manipulation. If someone tries to bring him down with insults or criticism, he doesn't get affected because he knows their opinion doesn't define him. Toxic people hate this. They want to control how you feel, but when a Sigma male stays unshaken, they realize their tactics don't work, and that's when they lose power over him. Toxic people operate on emotions. They push your buttons, trigger reactions, and make you feel guilty. Their goal is to get a rise out of you so they can manipulate the situation. But Sigma males? They don't let emotions control them. Instead, they use logic to analyze the situation. Instead of reacting, they step back and ask themselves, "Is this worth my energy? Is this person even relevant to my life? What's their true motive?" By approaching the situation with logic rather than emotion, a Sigma male takes away the toxic person's power. He doesn't get angry, doesn't overreact. He simply assesses and acts accordingly. And most of the time, that means walking away without a second thought. One of the most powerful moves a Sigma male makes? He disappears. Toxic people thrive on attention. They want to keep you in their cycle of drama. But a Sigma male? He walks away without a second thought. He doesn't need to prove a point, argue, or explain. He just vanishes, mentally, emotionally, and sometimes even physically. When a toxic person realizes they can no longer get a reaction, they lose their power, and that's the ultimate victory. Some people think this is harsh, but a Sigma male understands that not every battle is worth fighting. Sometimes the best way to win is to not engage at all, and that's why disappearing is one of the strongest moves he makes. Toxic people are experts at playing mind games. They use manipulation, guilt, and lies to control others. But a Sigma male? He sees through all of it. Instead of falling for their tricks, he observes. He listens carefully, watches their patterns, and understands their motives. This allows him to stay 3 steps ahead. If someone tries to manipulate a Sigma male, he doesn't argue, he just recognizes the pattern and distances himself. Toxic people hate this because they want control, and when a Sigma male refuses to be controlled, they lose their grip. A Sigma male's greatest strength? He doesn't get emotionally attached to toxic people. While most people hold on to relationships, even if they're unhealthy, a Sigma male has no problem letting go. If a friend, coworker, or even a family member becomes toxic, he accepts it for what it is and moves on. He doesn't waste time trying to change them or fix the situation. Instead, he focuses on protecting his peace. This emotional detachment makes it impossible for toxic people to manipulate him. They want him to care. They want him to react. But when he remains emotionally distant, they realize they have no control over him. Sigma males don't rely on others for their happiness, success, or confidence. They are completely self-sufficient. And that's why toxic people can't break them. A toxic person wants you to depend on them. They want you to feel like you need them. But Sigma males don't need anyone. They build their own success, create their own happiness, and maintain their own confidence. This level of self-sufficiency makes a Sigma male unstoppable. If someone tries to tear him down, he simply walks away and keeps moving forward. Because at the end of the day, he knows his power comes from within, not from the approval of others. A Sigma male understands that the best way to win against toxic people is to not engage at all. While others waste time arguing, defending themselves, or getting trapped in drama, a Sigma male simply moves on. He doesn't seek revenge. He doesn't try to prove a point. He just continues living his life on his own terms. And this frustrates toxic people more than anything. They want conflict. They want chaos. But when a Sigma male refuses to give them that, they lose. Toxic people want one thing: your attention. They want you to get angry, sad, or frustrated. Why? Because your emotions fuel them. But a Sigma male has a secret weapon: indifference. He doesn't get emotional, he doesn't engage, he doesn't care. And that drives toxic people insane. They crave drama, but a Sigma male gives them nothing. He moves on without a second thought, as if they never existed. This makes a toxic person feel powerless because they realize they never had control in the first place. Many people let toxic people control them because they see themselves as victims. They believe they are stuck in a situation they cannot escape. But a Sigma male never plays the victim. Instead of complaining about how toxic someone is, he simply removes them from his life. He understands that no one has power over him unless he allows it, and that mindset makes him completely free from toxic influences. A Sigma male has a sharp sense of observation. He studies people's behavior, notices patterns, and quickly identifies toxic traits. This allows him to spot a manipulator before they even get close to him. Most people fall into toxic relationships because they ignore the warning signs, but a Sigma male never ignores his instincts. If he senses manipulation, deceit, or control, he distances himself immediately. This ability to read people saves him from unnecessary drama and wasted time. Toxic people manipulate others by making them feel dependent. They create a sense of guilt, obligation, or fear that keeps their victims trapped. But Sigma males are fiercely independent. They don't need anyone to survive. A Sigma male has his own money, his own mindset, and his own direction in life. If someone tries to make him feel like he owes them something, he walks away without hesitation. He refuses to be controlled by emotional blackmail. A Sigma male doesn't just avoid toxic people, he makes himself completely untouchable. How? By becoming self-sufficient in every aspect of his life. He has strong finances, sharp intelligence, and deep emotional control. He never puts himself in a situation where someone can manipulate him. He builds a life where toxic people simply have no influence over him. This level of control makes him one of the most difficult people to manipulate. Sometimes a Sigma male doesn't just walk away, he plays the game better than the toxic person. He understands their tactics, but instead of falling for them, he turns them around. If someone tries to guilt trip him, he remains unaffected. If someone tries to gaslight him, he plays along and then exposes them. If someone tries to intimidate him, he meets them with complete indifference. Toxic people hate this because they expect to be in control. But when a Sigma male shows them that he's 10 steps ahead, they realize they've lost. One of the biggest mistakes people make with toxic individuals is trying to explain themselves. They try to defend their choices, justify their actions, and seek understanding. But a Sigma male never explains himself. He knows that toxic people don't care about logic or reasoning, they just want control. Instead of wasting time explaining, he simply acts. If he decides to cut someone off, he does it without explanation. If he ignores someone, he doesn't feel the need to justify it. His actions speak for themselves, and that's enough. Many people stay stuck in toxic relationships because they fear being alone. But a Sigma male sees things differently. He doesn't fear outgrowing people, he welcomes it. If someone becomes toxic, he doesn't try to fix the relationship, he outgrows it. He levels up mentally, emotionally, and even financially, leaving the toxic person behind. By constantly improving himself, a Sigma male naturally distances himself from negativity. Toxic people simply can't keep up with his growth. Toxic people love revenge. They hold grudges, spread rumors, and try to get even. But a Sigma male never plays that game. He doesn't seek revenge because he knows success is the best response. Instead of wasting energy on negativity, he focuses on his own goals. He becomes so successful and unbothered that toxic people regret ever trying to bring him down. A Sigma male understands that not every fight is worth fighting. Some battles are distractions, some are traps, and some are simply a waste of energy. Instead of engaging with every toxic person, he chooses his battles carefully. If someone isn't worth his time, he ignores them completely. If someone crosses a serious boundary, he handles it with precision and control. This strategic approach keeps him focused on what truly matters. Toxic people try to control others by spreading lies and twisting the truth. But a Sigma male never lets this bother him. Why? Because he doesn't need people to understand him. He knows that truth always reveals itself in time. Instead of defending himself against rumors, he continues living his life with confidence. Eventually, toxic people expose themselves through their own actions. Toxic people survive on drama. They want arguments, fights, and chaos. But a Sigma male, he doesn't feed the fire. He simply walks away. By refusing to engage, he leaves toxic people with nothing to fight against. And without drama, they quickly lose interest and move on to someone else. A Sigma male's strength comes from within. While toxic people try to bring others down, a Sigma male remains centered. He has his own goals, his own peace, and his own vision for life. This makes him impossible to manipulate because no matter what happens outside, his inner world remains unshaken. Toxic people hate losing. They want control, influence, and power. But a Sigma male wins without even trying. How? By not playing their game in the first place. While others waste energy fighting toxic people, a Sigma male walks away and focuses on success. And in the end, that's what makes him truly powerful. Toxic people will always exist, but if you handle them like a Sigma male, they will never control you. You don't have to argue, fight, or seek revenge. Instead, set boundaries, stay indifferent, and focus on your own growth. So, are you ready to handle toxic people like a true Sigma? If you found this video valuable, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more powerful content. And remember, your energy is sacred. Protect it. See you in the next video.